Are you a slave? The unseen chains of the modern world. Let's dive into a world of imagination. What comes to your mind when you hear the word chains? Do you picture rusty, heavy metal links, visible restraints binding hands and feet? But what if those chains already exist and you simply cannot see them? If the strongest chains of the modern world are invisible, how can you recognize their existence? Can you sense that they stand as barriers before you? Today, we will explore the massive chains we all carry in the modern world, chains so subtle that we don't even realize they're there. You might be surprised to learn how these chains limit you, stripping away your freedom without you even noticing. But here's the real question. How do we break free? What steps can we take to liberate ourselves from these invisible burdens? Join me on this journey. Don't skip a moment of this video. Every part is connected in a sequence that reveals deeper truths. Think of this not just as a journey or a discovery, but as an opportunity to truly understand yourself. Are you truly free? The invisible chain's freedom. It means so many things to different people. But what does it truly mean? Is it having endless choices in every aspect of life? Or is it simply being aware of your own decisions? Society tells us we're free. But are we really? Do you truly feel free? Consider this. Everything from what you eat to what you buy, even the career you choose, these decisions seem personal, yet they're shaped by pre-existing molds. Are you living within these molds, or are you truly making free choices? And those decisions you believe are yours, could they be an illusion designed to keep you occupied and under control? Think for a moment. How many hours did you spend on social media today? Share in the comments. How much time did you lose scrolling? Do you even remember what you did after those hours online? How many of the posts you liked or watched genuinely reflected your interests? This is where the invisible chains tighten. You don't feel them, yet they shape your life. The most ironic part: most people mistake these chains for freedom. But what about you? We believe that freedom means having control over our choices. But are we truly in control? We live in the heart of a consumption-driven culture. Hundreds of brands, thousands of products, choices everywhere. But are these truly your choices? Or are you selecting from what's been designed for you? Is the desire to purchase what you don't need a sign of freedom or a programmed behavior? The illusion of consumption. Consumer culture is one of the strongest links in the chain of modern slavery. Algorithms and marketing trends show you what's supposedly right for you. But ask yourself again, did you really need everything you bought? The temporary satisfaction from a new product soon fades. And when that emptiness returns, what do? Buy again. It's a cycle, but how do you break free from it? Are you a slave to time? How much of your time truly belongs to you? How much time do you genuinely dedicate to yourself? Modern life demands that you plan your time around others, work, social media, responsibilities. Are you living at your own pace or simply rushing to meet expectations? How are these chains forged? The chains of the modern world aren't physical. They're mental, emotional, and cultural. Here's how they form. 1. Societal expectations. To be successful, you must attend this school. To be happy, you must have these things. These voices aren't yours, yet they often sound like your own. So ask yourself, what do you truly want? How much of your life have you chosen to meet others' expectations? 2. Consumer culture. Why do you buy things you know you don't need? Consumption isn't designed to satisfy you. It's meant to keep you dependent. Every new purchase brings fleeting happiness. But when that feeling disappears, what remains? How do you break this cycle? 3. Digital dependency. Constant notifications, endless scrolling. Who's directing your attention? You or the algorithms? Every click, every like adds another link to your chain. Can you live without being a prisoner of the digital world? 4. Control of time. Jobs, social obligations, endless schedules. How much time do you genuinely own? Are you living a life you planned, or one that's been planned for you? These chains tighten precisely when you believe you're in control of your desires, fears, and thoughts. They turn you into someone predictable, compliant, and easily controlled. When was the last time you made a decision solely by your own will? That's where the real question begins. Philosophical and psychological depth. Philosophical perspective. Let's explore Jean-Paul Sartre's concept of the burden of freedom and Kierkegaard's reflections on choice and anxiety. How do you handle the psychological weight of true freedom? Psychological perspective. Carl Jung's idea of the shadow, Freud's theories of the unconscious, and modern psychology's emphasis on self-awareness. How can these help us recognize and break our chains? The key to breaking free. Awareness. The first step to liberation is awareness. Are you ready to question the beliefs imposed upon you? Ask yourself, start your inquiry. What do you truly desire? Are your desires truly yours or products of societal programming? Facing your genuine desires takes courage, especially when they conflict with what you've been taught. Create space for silence. Only in silence can you hear your inner voice. Stepping away from the constant noise is the first step in recognizing your chains. Being alone with yourself is the greatest journey of discovery. Live simply, don't let consumption define you. It's not what you own, but who you are that matters. Freedom lies in simplicity. How many things do you truly need? Reclaim your time. Own your time. Don't live by others' schedules. Chart your own path. True freedom demands courage. True freedom means leaving your comfort zone and confronting your invisible chains. It's not just about having choices, but understanding the reasons behind them. Freedom requires facing the questions that scare you. What do I truly want? Who have I allowed to define me? What uncomfortable questions am I avoiding? Each chain you break takes you a step closer to freedom. But remember, this journey is not easy. Most people mistake their chains for comfort. The price of freedom is courage. Let's reflect on mythology and history. Prometheus stealing fire symbolizes the price of freedom. Socrates choosing death over abandoning his philosophical inquiries represents the purest form of free thought. So what journey are you on? And finally, breaking your chains doesn't just set you free. It leads you to discover who you truly are. So I ask you, are you truly free? Or do you just believe you are? I'm here with you on this journey. Now reflect, question, and break your chains.